I'm a drinker, I'm a smoker, I'm a loser, I'm a poet. Yeah, I got some bad habits, and I think you should know it. I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model. I'm a drinker, I'm a smoker, I'm a loser, I'm a sinner. Yeah, I'm a walker, I'm a stalker, I'm a thief, I'm a liar. I'm a problem, I'm a preacher, I'm a pauper and a poet. Yeah, I got some bad habits, and I think you should know it. I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model. I'm a pervert and a peeping Tom. Through a hole I wash your mom. I like sex lines, porno shops, smoking weed and quitting jobs. Limousine, cigarette, fast cars and silicone lips. Saving for the VIP room, champagne and all that shit. Woo! I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model. I'm a drinker, I'm a smoker, I'm a loser, I'm a sinner. Yeah, I'm a walker, I'm a stalker, I'm a thief, I'm a liar. I'm a problem, I'm a preacher, I'm a pauper and a poet. Yeah, I got some bad habits, and I think you should know it. I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model. I'm not a role model. It's hot in hell, but the devil's cool. Don't keep Satan waiting. Don't keep Satan waiting. So don't just sit there, join the club. Sell your soul to Beelzebub.
Hey everybody, it is I, Count Jackula, your favorite satanic streamer, here yet again to let the sin begin on the Count Jackula stream. How are y'all doing? I see Rachel, Sue, and Steps Ada with us. That's a good start. How you been, everybody? How you been, guys? Hope it's been good. Been a bit of a weird day myself. Man, I gotta. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I found something. I found an AI song that I was like, oh shit, this is really good. It's really good. So I gotta share it with you before something else happens, right? So let's do this. It's called Pimpzilla.
From the ocean like a hurricane, sets the ground in motion, bitch, you're gonna feel the pain. He swings that pimp hand and knocks bitch Sandy down. He's the monster king of pimps, Sandy doesn't fuck around. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. Wall Street was a greedy bitch. They kept Pimpzilla's cash, and he's come time to collect every dime from that sweet ass. He laid his tail down to block that bitch ass path, and cut slap like a cyclone with hellfire pimp hand aftermath. Oh yeah, he's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. All the Coast Guard, they call the Navy, they call the Army, and some smooth bitch named Gravy. Pimpzilla through fire like a powerful high. Made Wall Street expired like a squirrel hits a tire. But the people thought he was heaven sent, as he digested the world's 1%. Oh yeah, yeah, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker. He's Pimpzilla, and he wants his motherfucking money. He's Pimpzilla, yeah, motherfucker.
I was so mad. I was like, God damn it, that's actually really good. Well, wrong clock's right twice a day, right? God damn it. I don't even know how these AI songs are generated. Do they generate lyrics for you, or do you like write the? Do you at least like have to write the lyrics? Do you do it a track at a time? You know, and then have to combine them yourself? Like, is there some sort of artistry that actually goes on with this shit? You know, because I've never played around with AI music, so I don't know how it works. Um, you know, probably like if there's some sort of artistry, I might actually give it a pass, you know, but if there's not, I'll still like be mad But good music is good music. Speaking of good music, I found a band called Bambi Thug. And because I'm not feeling particularly worried about the copyright fucking bots right now, because ad revenue is just in the dumpster. I'm just going to play it and the video.
Shift shape, you will never know me. Always on top, right? Cowgirl only. It's the resurrection, Bambi unholy. Get on your knees.
Now this is an actual artist, by the way. This ain't AI number.
Die for devotion, sanctimony. I see what I want and I get it. Manifested from a hell to a heaven. A kiss, kiss, bang, bang, hear the motor revving. It's the second coming, baby. It's 11, 11. I'm a tsunami, I'm a tidal wave. I destroy everything in my path. No one's safe. About to hit you like a hurricane. I'm about to blow up like a motherfucking hand grenade. Give you a taste, you want bitter like a lemonade. Causing damage, I'm a motherfucking renegade. All my stars align, retrograde. I'm a fucking savage, masturbating while I'm getting laid. So glitch, ain't no motherfucking time switch. I'm a caddy, I'm the motherfucking rhyme witch. Say it how it is, don't need to read between the lines. Which complicate your mind, don't even mind, I'll make your mind blinch. I'll make your mind blinch. From a hill to a heaven, a kiss, kiss, bang, bang, hear the motor revving. It's the second coming, baby, it's 11, 11. Underrated till I strike like lightning. Really couldn't give a fuck about timing. Liquid thunderbolts, you're screaming, it's frightening. I'm a tsunami, I'm a tidal wave. I destroy everything in my path, no one's safe. About to hit you like a hurricane. I'm about to blow up like a motherfucking hand grenade. Give you a taste, you want bitter like a lemonade. Causing damage, I'm a motherfucking renegade. All my stars align, retrograde. I'm a fucking savage, masturbating while I'm getting laid. Tsunami, tidal wave. I'm a tsunami, I'm a tidal wave. I destroy everything in my path, no one's safe. About to hit you like a hurricane. I'm about to blow up like a motherfucking hand grenade. Give you a taste, you want bitter like a lemonade. Causing damage, I'm a motherfucking renegade. All my stars align, retrograde. I'm a fucking savage, masturbating while I'm getting laid.
All right, that was Bambi Thug Tsunami. She also did a cover of the Cranberries' Zombie. I like about this song is it works. It works with both a female or a male vocalist.
It's not my family. In your head, they are fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are crying. What's in your head?
Those who don't know, this was about the Irish conflict,
What's in your head?
the troubles, as they are sometimes,
In your head, zombies,
which I think greatly undersells the magnitude of it.
Another mother's breaking heart is taking over. When the violence causes silence, we must be mistaken. It's the same old theme since 1916 in your head. They're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their bombs and their guns. In your head, they are dying. What's in your head? In your head, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie. What's in your head? In your head, zombie, zombie, zombie.
So yeah, that was her cover of the Cranberries' Zombie. Welcome to all who just came in. The troubles never ended. It just moved to the Middle East. Moved? Jesus. Those troubles have been going on since we were born. Since before we were born. Damn. You know. But yeah. Now it's yeah, now we got our repeat. Our 2020s remix of the Ireland conflict in Gaza. Ain't that a great thing? Ain't that awesome? And the reality is that any conflict that's like that, where it involves some form of religious ideology, because we can't downplay that. We can't downplay that at all. In Ireland, that was a huge aspect of it, if not almost all of it. And it's the same thing down in Gaza right now. Those conflicts are always life versus death. Ain't really nothing else. Nothing else really matters. It's all about the killing. That's why in those types of conflicts, children are legitimate targets. The point is to destroy the next generation, make sure it doesn't happen. you know, it's one of those. No, they're not. They're not a. They're not just a casualty. They're the targets. It's the point. It's flat out the point. It was true in Ireland, and it's true in Gaza. Now, the point is to kill everybody. Because because in both conflicts, the point was to try to wipe out the other side. The main, and I'll be honest, it didn't look like they were going to drop it in Ireland. It didn't look like they were going to drop it. So I don't know what's going to happen in Gaza. Because it doesn't look like they're going to drop it. But then again, it didn't look like that in Ireland either. So who knows how long that's going to drag on and what will happen. But the saddest part about both those conflicts is the child casualties. And the bitter pill that must be swallowed in order to end it. Is that both sides have to come to the understanding and the agreement that further justice isn't worth it. It's not worth it. It's not, seeking justice isn't worth it if every child dies. Yeah, Israel is repeating what the U.S. did after 9/11 on a faster scale. He's absolutely right about that. Absolutely right about that. So we have to just, and unfortunately, the American people are just bystanders. We're just spectators on that one. Because there really is nothing we can bring to bear. Nothing we can bring, the American people can bring to bear in that conflict. Nothing. The only influence we have is indirect. And the problem is no option is desirable. To step in and to stop it is to commit to war. Now, we might get lucky if we step in and try to stop it, and it won't end up that way, but that's the risk. And it's a very real risk. It's not unlikely. It is not an unlikely outcome. If it was unlikely, probably we would have done something already. But it isn't unlikely. It's very likely. Just like it was likely in Ireland. Because the one thing we can guarantee if we use military power is that it will get worse before it gets better. We can guarantee that. That's absolutely guaranteed. Hey, kitty. Yeah, Gomez is over there. You can see him hovering right above the chat. Right above the chat window. You want a better look at him? There he is. Sitting there like a loaf. A loaf of cat. You know, and I want I want people to realize that that's what this conflict is. You know, Ukraine, we could take action. We could take direct action. We could send aid. Gaza? No. No, the political situation's too different. Our ally's a bad guy in this one. Our ally's a bad guy, and we've been a bad guy in the area. See, in the Ukraine, we could be the hero. We could add our might to the Ukraine and help them out. Gaza, no, we've already been the bad guy. That's a situation that is beyond fucked. Just like in Ireland, they have to decide. But unlike Ireland, this is what makes it bad for us. We can't stay neutral either. All outcomes are bad. So if you're like, why are we moving so slowly on this? That's why. That's why. Does the U.S. attack its own ally and commit to war? Or do we wait until they tire of it? Which one creates the better outcome? You tell me. Because I don't know and nobody does. If it wasn't that way, you think Netanyahu would have fucking lit the match to begin with? Nah, he's a piece of shit, but he's not stupid. You know, he's not Trump. Trump is a piece of shit and stupid. You know, and that's the problem. That's the problem. That's the thing that we're facing right now. And every American that has an opinion on it right now, that's the other reason I liken it to Ireland. Because you've got Americans who are supporting it, not really understanding what's going on. You know, being anti Hamas is not the same thing as being pro Israel. But therein lies the problem. Therein lies the problem because it works both ways. It works both ways, unfortunately. Rough. It's rough. So I've had to forgive a lot of outspoken Americans who I respect for not having the same opinion as I do on the matter. But it's also why I tend to focus on the child casualty. Because that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the important bit. Nothing else matters. Nothing else fucking matters. You know, what, people weren't going to wild out over one of the most contentious issues of the 20th and 21st century? Of course not. Of course. Of course it was going to happen. But as long as I hear this, if I can tease out, I would rather the conflict ended. I would rather it stop dead in its tracks. Well, that's good enough. That has to be good enough. Yeah, the people who want scorched earth with a vengeance. But then again, if you're an American, your opinion, you're an American citizen, your opinion on the matter don't matter. There's no soft power that we can bring to bear on that. And like I said, we have our responsibility in this. We helped cause this. You know, for example, would this affect, like, let's talk about that a little bit. You know, let's not talk about how we did deliberate things, because that's hard to prove. Let's talk about unintended consequences, lack of forethought, not thinking. If we hadn't gone to war with Iraq, this wouldn't be happening right now. Flat out. Saddam hated Hamas. Hated. He worked a lot. He worked really hard to put them down. Now, was he an evil tyrant? Yeah, he was. But he was doing what we asked. And then we threw a giant monkey wrench into a very delicate balance. Yeah, talk about state of the world, Flashman. We threw a monkey wrench in that and it fucking broke down like a motherfucker. Would Iran be flexing right now if we hadn't killed Saddam Hussein? Fuck no. Fuck no, that wouldn't have happened. You know, so what's the horrible, horrible, horrible truth here? The truth is, bin Laden got exactly what he wanted. He got exactly what he wanted. Now, he don't get to be alive no more, but he got what he wanted. And I hear that same voice of certainty in conservative America. Now that's chilling. That's chilling. He was alive long enough. I agree, Malsonon. He was alive long enough. And that motherfucker knew he won. He knew he won. You know, he may have been killed, but he got what he wanted. Ain't that a bitch? Ain't that a motherfucking bitch? Sucks, don't it? It's a sucks, don't it? Well, that's what we're up against. That is what we are up against. America is up against people who are willing to pull the same shit as bin Laden. Stakes are high. Stakes are very high. That's why whenever I hear someone go like, well, Biden's not that great either, I'm like, if you can't see how he's different, you're just trying to wipe your hands clean in a desert. Trying to wipe your hands clean in the desert. Trying to wash your hands in the desert. That's what you're doing. Yeah, 9/11 is get the U.S. to attack other countries to get people to. Yeah. No, that was it. That was it. That's exactly it. That was exactly the point. That was exactly the idea. You know? At the exact moment when America needed to hold fast, it went on the warpath. Think that would have gone down the same way if George W. hadn't been president? Bullshit. Bullshit. Could have gone down way differently. Way differently. Your vote doesn't matter, doesn't it? So many times in history, in American history, which ain't that long, there's not a lot to really look into, right? when a vote mattered, when who got to be in charge mattered. It matters. It fucking matters. Well, I don't want to vote for the lesser of two evils. Well, then you're allowing the greater of the two. You're just trying to like not make a choice and come off as morally superior. Oh, how very popish of you. How like the Pope. So fuck all that. Sue Blatton asks, have I ever seen The Boys? I say I have. I have. I haven't seen the new season yet, but I've seen all the first season and some of the ones, some of the second and third. Oh yeah, there's always more in the presidential election at stake. Always more. What the hell did YouTube suggest to me? What's going on? I don't know. Hayasakite. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Welcome to the Count Jackula stream. I'm your favorite satanic streamer, Count Jackula. And we are talking, we were talking about the state of the world. State of the world. And how politics affects everything. And it's fucked up. Have I seen Andor? I have seen Andor. I have seen Andor. Well, I mean, I've seen like 4 episodes of it. I kind of stopped in the middle. Just wasn't what I was up for when I started watching it, and then just didn't go back. I thought it was really good. Seemed really good. Very different direction for a Star Wars story, but I appreciated that. Trying not to black pill. I forget. What does black pill mean? I forget. See, black pill, misogynist incels and male supremacism. Red pill to black pill. Oh, that's not great. Biological determinism, fatalism, defeatism for unattractive people. Oh, no, you don't need to go there. To lose all hope? Nah, you don't need to go there. There's hope. You know, there's hope. Just hold on to it. Don't hold on to it too tightly. As I keep saying, to abandon hope is not to be nihilistic. The idea of abandoning hope is radical acceptance. That's the point. That's, as I always say, abandon hope, all ye who enter. That is not a threat, that is advice. That's advice. It's not a threat. You know, because what's hell really saying? You ain't getting out of this shit. You ain't getting out of this shit. Nothing's going to show up and deliver you from this. You got to do it yourself. Yeah, but if you to be nihilistic in that manner, to be black pilled is to still hold on to a desired outcome. You're still holding on to it. You just given up on believing in it. But you're still holding on to it. Nah, let go of the whole thing. Let go of the whole thing. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. Will things get worse? Probably. Will things get better? Sure. Absolutely. Absolutely they will. They have to. The world will change. You'll change. Who knows? Can't rebel if you're too nihilistic. To rebel means you believe in something. So rebel instead. Rebel instead. It's always the better option. Let's see, folks at the store think I am and constantly have to clarify. I'm just an optimistic pessimist. I know what you mean. With a crap ton of depression. I know what you mean. Jack, you look younger than your age. Thank you. I appreciate that. Should I finish Shinigami Tensei 5 or Doom Eternal? Huh. Well, what do you need? Casual? Do you need a deep emotional story or do you need action? Because I think if you answer that question, you'll have your answer. What do you need right now? Do you need an emotional experience or do you need action? Because obviously you need action. The answer is Doom Eternal. If you need an emotional experience, that's Shinigami Tensei 5. Oh, Stanley Cups were today? You know, if you still can't decide, flip a coin. Flip a coin, find out how you feel about it. If you're like, that'll just, sometimes having made a decision, your brain will tell you what it really wants. You know, but let's just do a song about some action.
Dominoes falling right in the street. Baby, this time there's no retreat, there's no surrender. A devil is rising, a shadow from the past.
This is True Survivor from the Kung Fury soundtrack, as sung by David Hasselhoff.
Oh, crawling from the ashes, the phoenix rise again, fighting for life, for good, for all that we believe in. God, we need some action, if we're gonna make it like a true survivor. We need some action, if we wanna take our love away from here. We need a living passion to believe in, burning hearts and a brand new feeling. Action, if we're gonna make it like a true survivor. The hero stands alone when all is said and done. The enemies are falling one by one. Out of time, running in and out of time. Hear the ticking of the countdown clocks tonight. God, we need some action.
Oh man, Automan's car. I remember that shit.
We need some action if we want to take our love away from here.
That's something you can totally do a really good remake of
To
Automan.
believe in, burning hearts and a brand new feeling. Action.
Like, you
If
could
we're
do an
gonna make it
Automan
like a true survivor.
make
True survivor. Oh, true survivor.
All right, that was True Survivor from the Kung Fury soundtrack, as sung by David Hasselhoff. Let's see. Something that came by earlier by Hayasakite. We are things that labor under the illusion of having self and a creation of sensory experience and feeling programmed with total assurance that we are each somebody when in fact everyone is non. What do you mean not? Did you mean one, or did you mean one there, or because non makes no sense. You can't be nothing. Being and nothing are mutually exclusive. So did you mean one? Everyone is one? Like, that would make sense. No one. You're saying everybody is no one? That doesn't make any sense, dude. Philosophically or logically, that does not follow. You are something. You are most assuredly something. Ninja means nothingness. That's a different context. That's a different context. That's like saying you are no one, you were not there. You know, the context is, disappear, leave no trace, be nothing, Yeah, it's a more spiritual mindset. Yeah. And the self. What is the self? Well, I don't know, but it's something. And yeah, we do have it. We all do have a sense of self. Is that self connected to other things? Maybe. Possibly. I think it is, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Just because we're made up of atoms and molecules doesn't mean we don't actually have bodies. That'd be ridiculous. Oh, new Nosferatu trailer. Oh, is this the Bob Eggers Nosferatu? It is. It is the Robert Eggers. Oh, girl. Ooh. Ooh, girl. Ooh. And if you catch the reference on that, you're welcome.
Come to me. Come to me. Hear my call. Come to me.
All right, looks like a Robert Eggers picture.
Professor. My dreams grow darker. Does evil come from within us? Or from beyond?
He is coming.
He is coming.
He is coming to us.
He's coming.
Who is coming to you, my child? We are here encountering the vampire.
Wait.
Nosferatu.
I don't know why we don't do that on Halloween. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's an actual remake of the one with Count Orlok, the classic. My question, however, is wait, is Willem Dafoe playing both Van Helsing and Count Orlok? Because that would be awesome. No. It's NOS 482. Yeah, I love Willem Dafoe. Willem Dafoe is great. I think the quote speaks about how everyone thinks they are the main character, but in the grand scheme of things, they are an NPC. Such limited thinking. It's both. Oh, you think Count Orlok is Bill Skarsgård? Oh. Well, that's good too. see. Come on, IMDb. Oh, yeah, you're right. Bill Skarsgård is Count Orlok. And Willem Dafoe is Professor Albin Everett von Franz. Which I'm pretty sure is. Huh. Okay, so he's not playing. He's not playing Helsing, but Helsing also does not appear to be a character in this version of the movie, so he's probably the essentially the same thing. Yeah, we are all the main character of our own lives, but an NPC or a passing extra in someone else's. No, no, no. The Murnau movie actually had a Van Helsing. Or did it? Hold on, hold on. I know the I just realized I might be thinking of the I am thinking of the Herzog version. Yeah, let's see. Da 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 da. Yeah, there is no. I don't think there is a Von Helsing in the Murnau version. Huh. Yeah, it doesn't appear that there is one. Yeah, neither that name nor Van Helsing seems to appear. Huh. Count Dankula is getting a divorce. Good. Oh, he became a trad wife grifter? Oh, fuck that. Trad life. Fuck that. Traditional how? Just because it was the world brought to you by black and white television doesn't mean it's a fucking tradition. I hate that trad life stuff. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, Count Dankula, he was a YouTuber who like joined UKIP and just basically became a fascist. I don't know about became either. You know, he got into a lot of trouble for teaching his dog to zig heil, which at the time seemed like a joke. These days, quickly after that, yeah, it seemed like a lot less of a joke. So fuck that guy. Thankless wife was the opposite of a trad life. Huh. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, looks like it. Well, good. Fuck trad life. Fuck trad life. You know, like, did Dracula teach you? Did Francis Ford Coppola teach you nothing? I'd rather it was because he's just like a fascist leaning piece of crap, is why she fucking left him. Because if not, then she's just as big a piece of shit as he is. Yeah, fuck that. I defended that piece of shit in the beginning. Then he fucking joined the UKIP crowd, which, you know, was like Nigel Farage's fucking political party that he made in the wake up, you know, at the same time as Brexit. Fuck those guys. You always get a second chance. You usually get a second chance with me. You don't always get a third. I fucking gave that guy a second chance. I supported his second chance and he pissed all over it. Plus, he stole a name that I was going to use in the Count Jackula show. I was going to have my buddy Jace be a character, another Dracula, called Count Dankula. And it was, and he was going to be basically like a vampire version of like Rudy Raymore or Bootsy Collins or George Clinton, you know, like one of those guys. Wait, he's fascist, but he had a hammer and sickle tattooed on him? Of course. As that one guy said to fucking Varg Vikers, okay, I see you worship Satan and Odin and Buddhist, and of course you are also Nazi. You know, like, you know, fucking of course. No, he just needs to go away. He just needs to go away. No, of course it doesn't make any sense because fascism doesn't. Fascists don't make any sense. They're fucking colonizers taken. They're colonizers taken to the natural extreme, where they become all about blood purity and cultural appropriation. That's what they all do. They culturally appropriate everything and then say it's a proud lost tradition of theirs. Fuck them. Yeah, yeah. It was a former band member of the band Mayhem, Vargs Viker, who was a big fucking Nazi and was the dude who killed the other bandmate, as opposed to the one who killed himself. That's my biggest problem with fascists. They don't kill themselves fast enough. But Jack, aren't you just being intolerant of intolerance? I'll just have to find a way to live with myself. I don't care if he's harmless or harmful. The guy's an asshole. The guy's a piece of shit. We're talking, I defended that guy. I defended that guy, and I'm saying he's a piece of shit. I'm glad bad things happened to him. Yeah. The history of Mayhem's act, the band Mayhem, which is actually quite interesting. You know, and it definitely makes Varg Vickers look like a pathetic piece of crap. No, he was more than a session musician for Mayhem. He was a way more than a session musician. Yeah, what I'm saying is, like all fascists, they have no clear ideology other than fascism. Yeah, I have no sympathy. Yeah, wannabe hipster Viking. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Yeah, he looks like a Duck Dynasty character. I know, don't he just? Don't he just? Yeah, being a fan of metal and goth, like goth and punk, I've had to deal with like fucking fascists forever. You know, like with everything, they tried to use the music and the subculture to get cook their grimy little fucking Nazi mitts into it. No, Monsignor, that dog won't hunt. Well, the thing about Nordic traditions is that they got co-opted bad. They got co-opted bad. So they have to do a lot more work than anybody else to unhook themselves from Nazis. Because fascists got their mitts in Nordic New Ageism bad. Like, to the point where, like, there are some times when I wonder if it's even recoverable. Like for me, the swastika is unrecoverable. And that started out as a Buddhist symbol. That was a Buddhist symbol before fucking those pieces of shit came along. But you want to know how bad they got in? They got their hooks into the Nordic New Age movement and were thus able to like work backwards and hook their way into pagan Norse paganism. There are a lot of people who still think that the Black Sun predates the Nazis. It doesn't. It doesn't. There was no such thing as the Black Sun in Norse paganism. No such thing. Yeah, Hitler used the swastika when it was a Buddhist symbol of peace because, like I said, fascists culturally appropriate everything. Because they truly have nothing else but fascism. They have no culture. They have no tradition. They have nothing. So they have to hook things in with things that came before them retroactively to make it seem like they have a long, proud tradition of anything. But they don't. They have nothing. It is all blood purity and hatred. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah, they always got to latch onto an ancient tradition to make themselves feel important. Yeah. Aryans were not white people before the Nazis came along. They couldn't be. Oh, I'm sorry, a bunch of people that come from just fucking north of India are light-skinned? Bullshit. Bullshit. That's further fucking south than the Moors. There's only one black sun, the black hole sun. Well, yeah, because they're not talking about the black sun symbol. They're literally talking about a black hole sun. But yeah, there's a symbol, the black sun, which is a sun made out of zigs. You know how they would say Zig Heil? The lightning bolt symbol from, Nordic writing. That's the zig. Of course, they used it interchangeably with the S. With the S of the Romance alphabet. Which is the actually, was it called the Romance alphabet? I forget what the alphabet we use is actually called, but like the one that English, German, French, and Spanish all share. Yes, they do. Actually, yeah, they do. Cashel, like that is a reference to the Aryans, and in a racist way. Like Robert E. Howard was a virulent racist, just like H.P. Lovecraft was. Yeah, there's no way the historical Aryans were pale skinned. That would have only been it could only possibly be in comparison to like Africans, which weren't even considered would not even have been considered African at the time. Oh yeah, no. The Sons of Aries. That's not unfortunate at all. That was deliberate. That was deliberate. Like I just said, Robert E. Howard was a massive racist. The guy who made Conan, massive racist. You know, as bad as H.P. Lovecraft was, Robert E. Howard may actually have been worse. And yeah, Kira, a lot of people also don't like working with Northern European, like Nordic stuff because of its connection to fascism. Yeah, yeah. Aryan seems fan fiction. Actually, yeah. It is kind of like very racist fan fiction with history. Yeah. There is something to that. Yeah, knowing the man who made the image of Conan, we knew Day was Filipino. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, right? The same guy who did Jonah Hex, who created the image of Jonah Hex, isn't it? AA, you're Finnish? Yeah, well, tread carefully then. Oh yeah. Like, let me put it this way: I 100%. There's no question in my mind that like H.P. Lovecraft was fucking racist as all fuck, but I'm not getting rid of the Cthulhu mythos anytime soon. Have I seen Nazi Christian pagans versus Nazi Norse pagan debates online? No, no, I haven't. I don't even know if I could sit through that. You know, like, well, the runes are the problem. The problem with Nordic stuff is you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful to untangle, so you can untangle um, the Nazi shit, which is all bullshit, from the real stuff, and that's hard. That's very hard because, like I said, Nazis got their fucking grubby mitts in deep with that shit. Oh, you like the Octofox? You like the Some Jerk with the Cameras Review, the Haunted Mansion movie with Eddie Murphy? Oh, thank you. Yeah, we worked really hard on that. If Lovecraft died of stomach cancer, do you think he will change his ways after World War II? Oh, if he didn't, I don't think so, actually. I don't think that he would have. Well, it's impossible to not pick the Nazi runes because the Nazis picked legitimate runes. They twisted their meaning, but they took the symbols. Oh yeah, there are a ton of Filipinos in the comic scene, particularly as artists. Yeah, they've been there forever. They have been there forever, and most people don't realize that. A lot of Filipinos, a lot of Latinos, a lot of Asian people, and you did not know. You didn't know. There were a lot of women and black people too, who were doing that art because they'd hire anyone to get the job done, right? A lot of people. Well, Lovecraft did start to change his ways in later in life, but like he was still racist as all fuck. He was still more racist than the average dog, than the average bear. Who knows if he would have recanted, gone on a long enough timeline. But even when he died, he was still like being a piece of shit about it. Yep. Yep, that's true about the swastika. That's absolutely true. But it's unrecoverable. It's unrecoverable. No, he wasn't just a product of his time. No, H.P. Lovecraft was well beyond acceptable racism. He's well beyond it. Like his opinions were beyond the pale even for his time. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Nitro G. Like, yeah, like Black Orchid and Jonah Hex of DC Comics was created by Tony Tony Zuniga. Tony D Zuniga. He's Filipino. I got to meet him. He was such a great guy. Yeah, he had been doing comics since the 60s, I think. Probably even before. Yeah. It was the late 60s when he started doing comics. Oh, he also worked on Girls' Love Stories. I didn't realize that. And House of Mystery. Ah, nice. That one I didn't know. Yeah, he died of a stroke in 2012. I think I met him in 2008. So it's not long, only a few years before he died. Yeah, he was very good. Very good. Did Howard have the same kind of racism as Lovecraft? Yes. Yes, they argued about the finer points, but the simple answer is yes. Yeah, you read one Ari? Yeah. Yeah, both he and Lovecraft wrote about black people. It's horrible. It's horrible. Both horrible. Yeah. Yeah. Tony, God, I can never pronounce his name right. Uh, Dizoninga. Yeah, he was amazing. So good. So good. I really wish that, like, meeting him, God, I wish I had had money. I would have bought so much of that original art. So much of it. Oh, man. Because he had it with him. He had it with him. He had drawings and that he had penciled in ink of fucking the original run of fucking Jonah Hex. Like from back in the 70s. Oh my God. Oh my God. Like, so cool. Hey, Jack, what's your opinion on G Gundam? Racist or just a parody? I don't know if I've seen, I don't think I've seen G Gundam. Yeah, can't really give you an opinion because I didn't watch it. Am I a fan of Gene Yang? Um, that's American born Chinese, right? Yeah, I've met him. I've met him several times. All right, let's just get one thing out of the way. The major criticism that I have of Gene Yang is in his writing, and it's very specific. Gene Yang is Chinese Christian. Um, he's Chinese, but he's also American Christian, and he puts Jesus in everything. And that's it's usually an off note that it's a bad note played in an otherwise great song. Because you're always like, what's that there for? You know, it's like you're writing a Wolverine story and then all of a sudden Superman is there and you're like, well, wait a minute, well, what? You know, and that's a That's the one criticism I have. And it's hard to let go of because it is such an off note. It is such an off note because in American, it happens in America, the original American Born Chinese, which is otherwise fantastic. It's great. But like there's one panel that refers to Jesus and it's like, what? Why'd you bring that up? This is about like how an Asian American, an American born Chinese relates to the stereotypes, expectations, and alienation of being Asian in America while at the same time not being truly connected to Asian culture. If Jesus is a part of this story, it's a big one and it's negative. What? What? Also, it was in the middle of a description of Chinese gods. It's like, oh yeah, and then and Jesus was there too. And you're like, well, whoa, 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 whoa. The Journey to the West, which is the big point of cultural point of reference that he uses, was written before was written way before Jesus. It was written way before that. Motherfucker, what? You know, like I would have just not have mentioned it. Because unless it's like a thing that you had to overcome, there's really no part of it, and there's really no need for it in the story. No, Journey of the West is not the oldest story in the world, but it's pretty fucking old. Like, the Mahayana is definitely older. You know, the Epic of Gilgamesh is older. You know, yeah. Journey of the West, is it the first shonen anime? It wouldn't be an anime because it wasn't animated, it was a novel. And it wouldn't be a manga because there weren't pictures. But all shonen anime follows that formula. All shonen anime is structured like the Journey of the West. Like that would be the correct way of saying it, which is, yeah, it's all based on the structure of Journey of the West. You know, in fact, a lot of shonen animes are literally retellings of the Journey of the West. Dragon Ball, that's Journey of the West. Fucking That's the biggest, most obvious example. Um, yeah, the Monkey King inspired many anime main characters. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, I would say it's fair to say that Journey of the West is the great granddaddy of shonen anime. Yeah, yeah, that I think would be fair. Yeah, Naruto, that's another one. Um, what are some others? Avatar: The Last Airbender owes a lot to Journey of the West. Um, let's see. One Piece. One Piece owes a lot to Journey of the West. Um, yeah, there are a lot of others, but I'm spacing on their titles. Did Campbell mention Journey of the West? Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely he did. He absolutely did. Yeah, Campbell absolutely mentioned Journey of the West and Hero of a Thousand Faces. Is Jesus even relevant in Chinese or even Asian history? Not that much. Christianity itself is more relevant than Jesus. You know, like the Protestant and Catholic churches are more relevant than the figure of Jesus himself. Campbell also kind of a racist. Not really. Not really. Not in a way that mars his legacy. He was a little sexist though. He was a little sexist, but not in terms of like who should have rights and privileges. His big problem is that he did not recognize how myth discussed the transformation of women. He did not see how it intersected with how his work, particularly the Hero with a Thousand Faces, intersected with the transformation of a girl to a woman. Is there an American equivalent to Journey to the West? Uh, ooh, ooh. I don't know if there's a direct analog. Um, I don't know if there's a direct analog. Wizard of Oz, no. No, I wouldn't say Wizard of Oz. Uh, I will say this though. We use that. America does make use of that same structure though, but you largely see it in old television. You know, shows like Kung Fu, Wild Wild West, The Fugitive, The Incredible Hulk. Like we use it. We use it, but we don't have one that is as culturally significant. Yeah, I can't think of one that America has that is as culturally significant. Um, in Europe, there are the stories of Baron Munchausen. Those are very Journey to the West. Is there a heroine's journey? And does it apply to Knights of the Old Republic too? Look, I haven't played Knights of the Old Republic 2, so I have no fucking idea about that. But there is a heroine's journey. You know, I would actually probably a better descriptor is I wouldn't even necessarily call it the hero's journey. I don't even know if that's like strictly correct. But it is what we call it. Um, because my opinion is that it's the transformational journey. It's the transformation into maturity. That's the journey. That's what the hero's journey is. Um, but if we're talking about like that structure that Campbell outlines, there absolutely is. There absolutely is. But it's got a couple of things different with it. One, even though it hits all of those notes, it hits all the same notes, but it does so in a different order. Because a woman, for example, it takes a different order and it has a different endpoint. And this is where he got tripped up. Because the male journey is all about him going from being a child to becoming important to the society at large. The woman starts out at that point. A woman starts out already valued by a society for her ability to give birth. Her transformation ends up with her becoming an individual. Whereas the hero's journey starts with him being an individual and becoming part of the society at large. The feminine kind of already starts out at that point. Yeah, the heroine's journey also tends to be a little less externalized. The transformation is more internal, is more internalized and less externalized. Uh, but they are both, but they are both that. They both have that, just in slightly different degrees. Modern writing has become a little too obsessed with taking apart the journey. Oh, yeah, don't bother to deconstruct the hero's journey when writing. It's not worth it. Don't deconstruct it. You're not doing anything that you're not doing anything original by ignoring the hero's journey. You really aren't. What you are doing is you are writing one of the thousands upon thousands of stories that nobody gave a shit about. Because they just aren't that interesting. Yeah, the heroine's journey is about her becoming an individual. And the relationship between her relationship between the feminine and the masculine is reversed. Because in the hero's journey, the ultimate masculine figure, the father, is what needs to be reconciled with, and is usually reconciled through violence. The feminine journey, the reconciliation is with the mother or the stepmother, the powerful feminine influence in her life, and usually ends up with her making a deal. Not always, but usually. Um, her assistant, her magical assistant, is just as like is a little is just as likely to be male as with the male journey. But it's also usually a little bit more pointed because her reconciliation, her reunification at the end is with the masculine. You know, take Fury Road, for example. Um, her magical helper is Max. Max is the wizard of that story. You know, if you break down the hero's journey, he's the wizard or the helpful little animal, you know, or the old spirit, you know, like that's who he is. That's what he does. He assists Furiosa. He provides light and guidance to her, even though she is in an antagonistic relationship with him. You know, it's Artemis and Apollo. Mad Max is Apollo. Furiosa is Artemis. Can the magical helper also be the mother's stepmother? The magical helper can literally be a mother or a stepmother, but it is not the same as the symbolic one. Uh, would that include most Disney princess movies? Yes. Actually, yes, it does. Yeah, that's absolutely it. That's absolutely correct. You know, in Furiosa, Mad Max is the sun, while Furiosa is the moon, and it is a moon goddess's journey. Because she starts out in conflict with the masculine principle, you know, as represented by a Morton Joe. But she reconciles with it through Max. You know, one of those like the masculine principle is not her enemy, Immortan Joe is. The masculine principle is also part of nature. It's part of the wholeness. You know, that's why the green is also dead. Like each of those civilizations is dead in their own way. Immortan Joe is obviously the oppression of the masculine principle. And he literally looks like death. Whereas the green is dead also because it is out of balance. There is no masculine principle. Yeah, the mentor friend is the assistant. That is the magical assistant. Yeah, Joe and his sons represent death. Death in the masculine principle, or the masculine principle as it relates to death. Whereas Max is is the masculine principle as it relates to life and survival. It's funny because like in Fury Road, he represents the world. He represents the state of the world. You know, it's why he's got so much PTSD. It's why he's crazy. You know, oh, Nox being the Half Life. He represents the tragedy of the masculine principle separated from the feminine principle. You know, he represents the tragedy of this going on. They must be the two principles must be united, but to do that, Immortan Joe has to be killed. Death must be conquered. You know, Immortan Joe is death, and his half lives are basically his army of the dead. All right, take care, Jay Tilton. And so but that whole story really is about Furiosa reconciling with the masculine. It's why she starts out with why it starts out with Max. She assuming Max is her enemy, not without good reason, by the way. Like she's not wrong. She's not wrong. It's just, yeah. The masculine principle is what's destroying everything. That's some good stuff. And yeah, good observation about a lot of the Disney Renaissance films. Particularly the Disney Renaissance films being feminine journey stories. You know, it's definitely true of Little Mermaid, fucking Beauty and the Beast, Princess and the Frog. I feel like I'm forgetting another one. Yeah, but those three in particular very much have it. Hunchback of Notre Dame, little less so. Tarzan, little less so. Pocahontas, little less so. Encanto has it. Encanto's all about that. It's just that her encounter, her ultimate evil spirit that she has to conquer is her grandmother. Cinderella, yeah. Cinderella has that, although it's not a very good one. It's not a very good one. Like those really early Disney ones are very bad heroine's journey because they don't really do anything. Like Ariel does more than Cinderella or fucking Sleeping Beauty or Snow White do. And Ariel is like the most naive and stupid of all of them. Like she ain't that bright. Ariel's literally not that bright. Yeah, Tangled is a good one. Whew. Mulan. Yeah. Yeah. More the story of Mulan and not quite the Disney film because that one gets fucky. Yeah, then Who Killed the World's Masking Principle? Got it. Yeah. Yep. 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 You got it. You got it. That's it exactly. Yeah, like those like golden Hollywood era Disney films are very poor examples of any sort of journey because the main characters don't really instigate anything. Ariel at least instigates it. Quick question: do you think Cinderella's stepsisters were evil, or do you think they only behaved that way due to living under the cruel rule of their mother? Six and one half dozen of the other, right? Who knows? Taking only the Cinderella movie, who knows? Does it matter? Story's not about them. Yeah. Yeah. One of the things that uh, made Ariel different, made Little Mermaid different, was that inherently, as part of the story, she instigates things. Like, she was actually the first Disney princess who actually wanted something. But it's not the stepsister's story, so that doesn't really matter because there's still just the tools of abuse against Cinderella. How to put it, like, I don't care how the Iron Maiden feels about it. I don't care how the Stockade feels about having someone in it, you know. If you want to do that, then it becomes their story, and then you tell me what happens. You know, I'll say this though. I know it's going to upset a lot of people. Hey, kitty. It's going to upset a lot of people that I said this, but I'm going to say this, and I'm going to get myself some coffee. If it wasn't for the songs in the musical, Wicked would be irrecoverably bad. Yeah, I said it. That novel sucks. That novel sucks. And the musical is all predicated upon white woman guilt. I said it. I said it. And I was like, right up there with the help. I'm there for when Whitey get Jew guilt, because when Whitey get Jew guilt, he eats more $5 pretzels. Oh, man. All right, I'm going to get my coffee. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, people out there talking about they're just pandering to an audience. Man, you don't know what pandering is until you hit, until you fucking listen to Wicked. You have no idea. Woo! Whole point of that damn thing. Um, shit. Mm. Yeah, one of the other things about the heroine's journey is it's way more likely. It's way more likely to be sexual. It's way more likely to be sexual in nature and way more likely to have it as less subtext and more text. You know, and it's not hard to see why. Because while sex is transformational for both genders, that transformation is a way bigger deal if you are female. It's a way bigger deal. Because not only is there the potential of pregnancy, oh, what about the movie Company of Wolves? Heroine's Journey, absolutely. Can't believe I forgot that. I didn't think of that one first. I should have thought that one first because that one is amazing. I probably didn't think about it because it's so many stories weaved into one. I didn't automatically like fucking think of it like I did Fury Road because that one has like a singular female character who's going through one story. Whereas in Company of Wolves, it's a female character that is going through several stories, that is being told several stories, each one of which is like a separate part of the journey. But yeah, not only could a woman potentially be pregnant, which right there, that's already like a big transformational deal. It's the thing that society tells her that she should not have. She should not have desire. She should not have desire, right? So it's much harder to talk about because but it's intrinsic. It's intrinsic to the experience. A woman's attraction or repulsion from sex means more. It has bigger consequences. Feel like the Star Wars sequels seem like they're gonna have Heroine's Journey, but as yeah, I had no idea what to do with it. Yeah, they had no idea what to do with it. It was bad. The biggest problem with the first one, it was too much a remake of Star Wars, where I thought, all right, that's not bad, but it does mean that you're going to have problems differentiating it. Which it did. Because then Rian Johnson created a massive deviation, which was needed. It was needed. But then no one knew what to do with it. J.J. Abrams did not know what to do with that. Because J.J. Abrams ultimately is a hack. He's not an artist, he's a hack. Rian Johnson is an artist. And he has proved it. J.J. Abrams sees a story as a series of problems to be solved. That's hack. That's hack writing. That's why we call it hack. Rian Johnson actually had a vision he was going for. J.J. Abrams don't get coffee because coffee is for closers. J.J. Abrams should have given Harlan Ellison a call, maybe. He should have at least tried. I don't know if Harlan would have deigned to talk to him. He's not a man you call if you need to have your ego stroked. Who should have been entrusted? Oh, I would have given the third movie to Rian Johnson. I would have been like, all right, you wrote us into this situation, and quite honestly, I think you're the only person who can write us out of it. Yeah, Rian Johnson did direct The Last Jedi. He should have done the last one as well. Harlan would say something very grumpy that was true and then hang up. Yeah, his advice to fucking J. Michael Straczynski: stop writing crap. Click. And that's what I mean. He'll tell you something true. He'll be grumpy, but tell you something true and then hang up. You know, that was the thing with Harlan Ellison. If you asked him for advice, you better accept it. You didn't like what they did to Luke? There are a few ways I would have done that differently, but I didn't disagree with where Luke ended up. I didn't disagree with any of the places he was or he went, because there were ways of getting him there that would have felt way more natural. I have said before, and I've said it again, that was the one thing I think he didn't get. But there was a way to get Luke there. And that was, you do not show Kylo or Ben Solo doing some vague evil reestablishing the Empire thing. No. 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 You show that he is going to get Leia killed. Especially feelings for sister. You have a twin sister. Well, if you cannot be turned to the dark side, perhaps she will. No! Because that's always when Luke lost it. That's when Luke loses it. That's what should have happened. It should have been like Leia's going to die as a direct result of him living. And his inability to accept that is the error. Because it's one thing to do the debate of, would you kill Hitler, baby Hitler, if you had the chance? Yeah, like that only goes so far, right? But would you kill, as an infant, would you kill the person who rapes and murders your mother, or your sister, or your wife? See, now it's personal. Now we get down to it. Now we get to the oh shit. Now we get to the oh shit. And by reacting, he sets Ben on that path. Oh, so often a man attempts to avoid his fate only to be the very cause of it. That would have put that all together. That would have put that all together. And then in the third one, it's all about we actually watch Ben Solo turn away from the dark side at the end. Not enough to save his life, but enough to save the galaxy. And the entire time, hell, you didn't even need to make that a trilogy. You could have done 4 movies. You know? Could have even made it 4 movies. Extended it a little bit, because actually there was enough there. There was actually enough there that you could have done that. And it still would have been like action-packed. It didn't need to be a trilogy. It could have been a series of 4 films, which I think actually would have worked a lot better. And then you do, then you do like Ben Solo's kind of redemption arc, but by redemption arc I mean like kind of like how Darth Vader was redeemed, right? You know, no more than that. And instead of the Jedi being the one seeing the Force ghosts and stuff, in this case, it's the Sith. It's the Sith who sees it. But he sees the ghost of a Jedi. That being Luke. And then we get to see Luke basically give shit to Ben from beyond the grave. And pull Yoda crap on him. But all in an effort to get him to turn away from the dark side. Because that's the thing Luke does. That's what he does. You know, and being like, I also would have made it so that Rey was a clone of Palpatine, a failed clone of Palpatine. One that he had discarded. You know, we could have watched like Mark Hamill like do his comedy thing as Luke. You know, that would have been fantastic. Shut up, old man. You know, watch like fucking Adam Driver just be like, shut up, old man. He's like, well, I mean, at least one of us gets to be an old man. Oh, Ben, so aggressive. You should calm down. Have a snack. Drink some blue milk. You know, like actually giving like some really useful, like Zen like advice, but it's doing it like an asshole. You know, get to the end. It's like, you know, and then you finally get like, you know, like Ben's like, did I do it? Did I make up for what I was, what I've been? Kid, there was never a doubt in my mind that you could do it. Never a doubt in my mind. You know, meanwhile, Rey is on more of a journey of self determination. Like, she has her confrontation with her origin. Like, I thought I was nothing, but I came from you. But you are evil. You are evil. And you're evil and you're better off dead. Because there's no redemption for Palpatine. He's just the ultimate evil spirit. He's just the ultimate evil. He's just the thing that what must be destroyed. And the last line of the film, it shouldn't have been "I'm Rey Skywalker." It should have just been "I am Rey." And Rey continues her adventures essentially as a wandering samurai. She's already achieved her balance. She has set her own path, neither as Jedi nor as Sith. I would love to see a series that was about Rey post Rise of Skywalker. I would love to do that series. Nah, fuck even Grey Order. No, not even. She is a complete break with that tradition. Complete break. She becomes an enigmatic figure. She becomes a Zatoichi. You know, Rey deserves to be, for lack of a better way of putting it, the Jedi with no name. A character that is spoken of in hushed tones. There was a strange woman who came to town. She had a droid with her. I think she was a Jedi. But and which she kind of technically is and kind of technically isn't at the same time. I don't know. Yeah, you could even have blinded Rey if you really wanted to go that direction with it. Actually, giving her that limitation actually might be really interesting. Might actually be really cool. Like, actually do the thing where it's like, oh, we thought she was going to be like the great leader of the new Jedi Order. Nah, she's Zatoichi. You know, she makes a sacrifice for greater knowledge, her sight. But like she still sees because she's got like the Force, you know. that could have been awesome. Man, that could have been awesome. And have her like dislike any like fucking any of those titles that they give her. Like just yeah. I am Ray. Ray who? Just Ray. You know, have one of her adventures end like do this kind of thing at the end of one of her adventures. And have it be a total like callback to the Ewok Village shit. She came and restored balance, you know? And the village rejoices, you know? I actually loved Takeshi, not Takeshi Miike, Beat Takeshi's like version of that beach. I actually really liked it. I'll have Ray be a little bit like Basha Stampede. Yeah, a little bit, you know. But she always leaves before like they give her like, you know, like the hero treatment. She has no need of it. Best that she is no longer. Therefore, she could be anyone, you know. You know, real Jedi mind trick shit, you know. No. If Ray's blind, then she needs to have, like, the wrap around her eyes. You know? Oh, this is Beat Takeshi's, it's his Zatoichi film. It's called Zatoichi. Yeah, it's his take on the old Blind Swordsman movies. Which were called the Zatoichi films. Yeah. Demon Hunter rap. Yeah. You know, occasionally have her do the, oh, please, you surely would let a lost blind woman. And that's how she essentially becomes the Jedi Master. That's her version of that. You know, that's great. Oh yeah, I actually really like the last one. sketch you about to sell cocaine out of a car. That's a good movie too. Even with my eyes open, I am still blind as a bat. Oh man. It would be so cool to see a female character in that kind of role. Yeah, the end. Oh God, the ending of this version of Saidoichi is so perfect. Sorry, I gotta listen to it again. I really, really love this whole dance number, this whole thing. Yeah, Blind Rage, not as good, despite having the Rutger Hauer in it. Have I ever read the webcomic Unsounded? I don't think I have. Yeah. Totally turned Ray into like the man with no name, you know? The Jedi with no name. God, that was so good. That movie's so good. Why is he so good in The Hitcher? Well, he's basically playing a Roy Batty again, you know? He's playing a Roy Batty again. Like, he seems to be going after something. He wants something from the main character, but it is not. He seems to be trying to force some sort of spiritual change, you know? Yeah, maybe give her a Raiden hat on occasion, you know. But I think like we would want to like, do the kind of classic Jedi robe shit, you know. Is it possible to send a link in the chat? Not really. I kind of have that turned off. Oh, the monsters in this are neat. Yeah, Rugger puts fucking dude's character through the goddamn ringer. Oh my god. You know. But like in fucking Blade Runner, like, no, he's just the devil. He's just the devil. And he's trying to get you to change. He's trying to get you to appreciate life. But to do that, he must strip everything away from you. Lay you down to your essence. Well, Rutger Hauer had that kind of look about him that was he, his true trick was going from the angelic to the demonic on a dime. Like, that was Rutger Hauer's big talent. In every really great performance he did, that was what he did.
I used to be like you. Long
That's
time.
why Who was Shotgun so good.
They're all brand new and perfect. No mistakes, no regrets. People look at you and think of how wonderful your future will be. They want you to be something special, like a doctor or a lawyer. Hate to tell you this, but if you grow up here, you're more likely to wind up selling your bodies on the streets or shooting dope from dirty needles in a bus stop. And if you're successful, you'll make money selling junk to crackheads. And you won't think twice about killing someone's wife, because you won't even know what's wrong in the first place. Maybe you'll end up like me, a hobo with a shotgun.
Yeah, that's why it's so good. That's why it's so good, you know? Oh, yeah, Holy Shock, it's fucking amazing. Such a great movie. A little sad that it took dude like so long to make a follow-up film. It's a good film. I was just sad that it took so long.
It's gonna be a long one tonight, boys.
Jimmy?
Who's out there?
All right, action! There's dinos dead ahead! Let's teach them how to die!
We should have a party. Keep it small and your parents won't find out, I promise.
Oh, you want a grindhouse fantasy film? Well, depending on what type of fantasy you mean. Kids versus Aliens. This movie.
Just one of those stupid pranks. No reason to break up the party.
The aliens were using human skin to fuel their spaceship. I don't want my body to be alien fuel. This means war.
Give us a fucking break already! Oh, fuck.
You want to dance?
Fuck space.
Big finale. For those of you already seen that movie, big finale. Oh man, the movie was so fun. Psycho Gorman's also great. Oh yeah, you keep mentioning Wolfhound. Let me check that out. Oh, it's a video game. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's a Metroid style game. Okay. Yeah, that looks okay. It looks pretty good. Did I ever play Observer? I did. I did. I liked Observer a lot. I thought Observer was really good. Nice little tight, like 6-hour game. Yeah, Metroid became a genre, but Metroid died for a bit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Although, did you play that one that came out like last year? Oh god, what was it called? Um, was it Metroid Odyssey or what was it called? Let's go to Wikipedia here. Da, 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 da. Was it Dread? Yeah, it was Dread. I'm pretty sure it was Dread. Yeah, 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 it was Dread. I really liked Metroid Dread. And it looks like they're doing Metroid Prime 4 finally. Yep, Switch game, of course. Metroid Prime is first person games. I kind of prefer the third person ones. Oh, the Metroids are back. Okay, yeah, that's coming out next year, apparently. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, the good thing about the Switch is that Nintendo is unlikely to abandon that in the near future. They may come up with a new Switch that is totally backwards compatible. But anything that they have announced now will work on the Switch as it is. Like they're not going to they're not going to come out with a new Switch until like at least 2026. Yeah, there's just no reason to. Yeah, I'm predicting the Xbox will go away, maybe even the PlayStation will go away, but I think the Switch is going to last. And then everything else will just be on like Steam and shit. You're sure the Switch has outlived its life cycle? No. No, it hasn't. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, it's just the Switch 2, of course. Yeah, there are all these articles. Well, the Switch is near the end of its life cycle. And I'm like, I don't know, man. I think the Switch 2 is just going to be a more powerful Switch. I mean, to be perfectly honest, I think it's just going to be a more powerful Switch. You know, there's no reason not to do it that way. Yeah, it'll be called like either the Switch 2 or the Super Switch or something like that. You know, because they're going to want to take advantage of a better processor and smaller memory. You know, easier memory chips and all that stuff. Like they'll do that. Yeah, they're not going to give up the format of the Switch. They are not good. Yeah. GameCube to the Wii is an example of backwards compatibility. I doubt Nintendo will make a console that will not also be handheld. Oh, man. All right. I've been going on for what, 3.5 hours now? I think it's probably about time I like pack it in. I'm running out of steam a little bit, and there are things to do. So I will see you tomorrow on Twitch at about 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And hopefully this Wednesday we'll have a special guest. I can tell you who it is just yet because it's not locked down. But hopefully. So I'll see you tomorrow on Twitch at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Until then, Ave Satanas, Disco Inferno. Remember, Satan and I love you all very much.